In the past, I have done so many chemical peels that I can't even count. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys my chemical peel that ultimately failed because of me, and I'll explain why later. And then I also got a vampire PRP facial about 4 weeks later. So I want you guys to come on the journey with me. Of course, I am back at Grand Plastic Surgery. I'm so excited because I feel like I really needed this detox of my skin and everything. I will explain later in the video why I feel like the chemical peel failed, and it has a lot to do with me not doing what I was supposed to do and, you know, stress and everything. But as you can see, Katie had already prepped my face with acetone, and then she's applying the chemical peel treatment. This is the VIPeel Precision, I believe. I'll put all the details in the description box below, but I've gotten this multiple times. Here's Leela and I on day 1. My face looks very normal, super normal, actually. As you can see, I do have some dark spots per usual. Of course, I went through the steps of using my peel pads for the first, I think, 2 or 3 days. I did spread it out a little in between this whole process. Honestly, guys, my grandma passed away, and it was a lot of stress on my body and my face. I was not taking care of myself. So therefore, I think that this is why the chemical peel didn't work, and I ended up actually breaking out a lot after this process. So this is how my face looked on day 3. Day 2 wasn't really much. It was just a little peeling around my nose. But day 3, it really got more intense. I didn't peel in sheets this time. I more so can't talk. Kind of just flaked off, like my skin kind of flaked. I did try to make sure I washed my face at least once a day, but I feel like my body and my skin and stuff was just under an unusual amount of stress just because everything that was going on. But as you can see, I broke out and got more dark spots from, after this process just because I was stressed. Okay, I feel like this chemical peel was a dub, so I decided to do something else 4 weeks later. So I'm in front of natural light, and this is what my face looks like before. So this is my face before the PRP vampire facial, and as you can see, I still do have scarring, especially along my jawline. This just happens when I'm stressed out and I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not eating right. I'm not drinking enough water. Like, this is what happens, and I understand that, but like I said, my grandma passed away and your girl was stressed. My forehead broke out a lot. It's starting to heal, but I still have texture on my face and everything, which I want to get rid of, especially on my temple area. Another thing, I'm over having dull skin. I want my skin to be nice and glowy. Even if I have dark spots, I want it to at least be glowy. So now Katie is prepping me for the PRP facial.
I'm going to give this to you. So whenever you want, you just start breathing. It takes about a minute to kick in.
Okay. It does, and it changes
Wait,
your voice.
Wait, so should I take it out?
Yeah,
if you want to.
I'm just looking now. I'm not poking you.
Okay. So Katie's just looking at my veins right now, but I need some. What is this called?
Pronox. Nitrous oxide. It's patient-delivered nitrous oxide. So you actually have to breathe it in.
Okay.
It's not going to just flow into your mouth.
Okay.
And it's going to make you feel just a little loopy and not really care what's going on. But you definitely stay conscious. You stay aware. You can follow directions. And it wears off. It has a really short half-life, so it wears off very quickly.
Okay.
It takes about a minute to kick in. Changes your voice a little bit. Lowers it. Makes you feel a little loopy.
Okay.
And then if you were to take it out of your mouth and stop breathing, it wears off within minutes.
Okay.
So you can drive home. There's no reason why you couldn't use it for any procedure, really, but it's very safe.
Okay. So essentially, like getting my blood taken, I feel like throwing up every time, but it doesn't necessarily hurt. I just feel like throwing up.
In and out, and it has a filter that in and out right on the machine.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Just sit back.
How many do you have to take?
How many vials? I'll probably do 6. And then. So these pop out of here. 1, 2, 3. How are we doing? This is a much better arm shape, just so you know. It's great.
I didn't even know you took blood.
Right? See?
That was great.
Right. It didn't even hurt?
I didn't feel anything.
There you go.
So today, in conjunction with our microneedling, we're making PRP. So we already drew Destiny's blood, and we've already spun it down. So normally when you draw blood, it's what blood looks like. It's just all red, okay? But that's a mixture of all the blood components. So that's got red blood cells, white blood cells, and the plasma, right? So we're making PRP, that's platelet-rich plasma. So we want to separate the components of the blood. So what we did with the blood is we put it in a centrifuge. And a centrifuge is basically just, for those who don't know, it's basically just a machine that spins these vials really quickly. And what that does is it takes advantage of centrifugal force, and it forces the more dense elements kind of out to the end of the tube. So the tube's sort of oriented like this, and it spins around and around and around. So it's like super gravity. Right now we've got the red blood cells at the bottom. In the middle is kind of this fuzzy stuff, which is actually white blood cells, and up here is the plasma, and that's what we want, is we want the plasma. If you're getting anything red put on your face, you're not getting PRP,
So it's not supposed to look red.
It's not supposed to look red at all. It's supposed to look yellow.
Okay. Okay, so the blood, what do you do with the blood? Just discard it?
You just discard the blood. Yeah,
Okay.
this is just waste.
Medication. So we're just going to cleanse with a pre-procedure cleanser. Very neutral, non-irritating. Just want to kind of degrease everything. And then we'll numb you for about 20 minutes or so.
So she's applying the lidocaine with a little stick, and this part doesn't hurt at all. I feel like this is just very typical. It feels like she's applying lotion to my face, and then she's just spreading that all over. And you don't get numb right away. You do have to wait about, I think, 20 minutes for it to be completely numb, but it definitely does work. But it feels weird at the same time.
And then while you do this, I'm going to go get that separated blood out of the centrifuge machine. I'm going to separate the red blood cells from the plasma. And then I will spin down the plasma again and get the really, really, really platelet-rich plasma and use that at the end of the microneedling.
So I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes, and my lip, a little bit of the numbing cream got on my lip. So my lip is a little numb on this side, but I don't really feel my face. I can't really feel my face, but I have about 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna start the procedure. So this is the final product, the PRP, right?
This is the bottom third of the separated plasma from the red blood cells that was spun for a second time, and then I took the top 2/3 off, leaving me the best product that I can use at the end of your procedure.
Look we go. Now, when Katie was wiping my face off after the lidocaine sat on my face for like 20-25 minutes, I feel like it felt so weird. Like, it feels like when you get Novocaine in your tooth and they go to pull your tooth, it's like you can feel your face, but then you can't. It's an awkward feeling.
Okay, so we're going to start. I start with the forehead. I'm going to put a little bit of my glide on.
Where's my gas?
Oh, well, we'll do it first without and then with it.
Or not.
You want to try? Turning it on. You want to try it without and just see?
Try it. Yeah, try it without.
Okay.
So what's that you're putting on?
This is the glide that's going to allow me. It's essentially like a lubricant, water soluble. This is what you're going to put on your face for the first 24 hours after as well. You ready?
Oh, it's not bad.
Not bad? Good, so I'm going to increase it a little bit. What do you think?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Like up there.
So you're saying you don't need punch. You're also numb, so remember. A little bit? Okay. You want to use the gas? Okay.
So, like I said, when my face was numb, it just felt really uncomfortable. But when she got to the top of my forehead, like near my hairline, listen, I could feel it. For some reason, I could feel it. Like, feel it but not feel it. And it was really uncomfortable. It didn't hurt, like, super painful, but I didn't like it. So I needed some laughing gas. Because ain't nobody got to suffer when you got laughing gas. Like, I was really calm when I had the laughing gas. So I definitely needed it because I would be freaking out. Especially looking at myself in the viewfinder and seeing the blood. And just, it was too much. Honestly, it was too much. But I feel like the end results was definitely worth it. and I feel like this treatment definitely worked, and this is something that I will definitely be doing again. I feel like the results are a lot quicker than a chemical peel. I still like my peels, but I feel like the results were faster, and you can wear makeup like the next day or 2 days after. So I really like this treatment a lot. She did go over the areas more than once, and actually more than twice, in different directions, so that she could really like attack my skin and get the pen in there and make sure it covered my entire face. So she did apply the glide stuff all over my face so that the pen would glide over my face a lot easier. And yeah, I barely can feel my face at this point, but my temples hurt a lot, the top of my forehead, this area by my eyes. I feel like okay, am I just explaining everywhere? Once you see me put the Pronex in my mouth, it started hurting. Not hurting, but like hurting a little bit. A little uncomfortable, okay? You don't really feel the needles, but it's just a little bit uncomfortable, especially in those sensitive areas, especially where my face is really bony, like my cheekbones, my forehead, my temples, places like that. But in the end, I feel like it was definitely worth the whole treatment anyway, so keep watching.
Again. Okay. That 0.5 depth, a little bit less than.
So now, since she created little tiny micro channels in my face, what she's going to do is use that liquid gold from my blood and apply it all over my face. And this just really helps to, I guess, produce collagen and just repair the skin at a super kind of level. So yeah, she's just applying that all over my face just to make sure that it soaks in. She's rubbing it in and everything. And this was kind of soothing after that whole procedure, because of course your face is red. I don't really feel irritated because my face is numb at this point, but it just feels good to get this done.
So this is saturated with your PRP. We already have application on your face. And then this is just gonna seal the deal. We won't let you leave like this though. If your skin feels dry, use some of this.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can gently wash your face before bed tonight and put a little bit of that epidermal repair on there. And all in other directions is when what other things you need to consider. But yeah, I think you look great. I think you're gonna get a really good result.
At this point, my face is beet red. My face is really crusty from the PRP and the mask. And then my dark spots are just really popping at this point. But you guys will see the results soon. Keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to ask Dr. Graham some questions. My face is a little numb, so if I'm talking a little weird, it's just because my face is numb and my lips are numb, kind of. Okay, so just questions from my followers.
Sure.
A lot of people like question about doing this on like darker skin tones. Like, is it safe on like darker skin tones where people like get hyperpigmentation easily? Like I scar super easy.
Right.
So is it safe to like kind of make little channels and needles in the skin if you're prone to hyperpigmentation?
Right. So the nice thing about the SkinPen is it is very non-inflammatory. Whereas some microneedling devices that have like RFA on it, those are more pro-inflammatory, so you got to be careful with those. but this one is mild enough to where it's safe for all skin types.
Is this a treatment that you would recommend to someone that has dark spots, hyperpigmentation, like melasma, or, you know?
Right, right. So what it will do is it'll start kind of the skin cell turnover process, so it'll help get rid of those skin spots quicker. You know, if somebody came in with complaints particularly about melasma or hyperpigmentation, what I would do is I would do it in conjunction with like a lightening agent. I would probably add some vitamin C or hydroquinone along with kind of a post-melasma protocol. But I would add additional products to it to facilitate the whitening. I mean, I would really throw the kitchen sink at it.
Is it good for wrinkles?
Yes, it's very good for wrinkles. That's really one of the main indications for it, is for fine lines and wrinkles and for acne scarring. So, I mean, the whole point of the device, I mean, it's very similar to other modalities. I mean, essentially you're just trying to create a injury to the skin. Not a terrible injury to where you scar, but enough of an injury to cause it to remodel in a tighter fashion to produce collagen. So, you know, with chemicals, you're doing it with a chemical peel. You know, with laser, you're doing it with heat. You know, basically this is just a mechanical way of doing it. And the really nice thing about the microneedling is it's like a fractional laser in a sense that you're not damaging the whole top layer of the skin where you need like 1 to 2 weeks to recover. It's very focused and it preserves the top layer of skin, so you've really only got like 24, 48 hours of downtime with the same end result.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask too. How long does it take to heal?
Yeah, so you pretty much just look like you're sunburned for about 24 hours. The actual holes from the microneedling device, those actually close within a few hours. But yeah, you're red for about 24 hours, but it just looks like a bad sunburn. So really, you know, a day of downtime. You know, if you're really paranoid, you could do it on a Friday just to make sure you're absolutely healed by Monday.
Okay, cool. So when can I like wear makeup again?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's another question. So how long in between treatments should you get another treatment?
So yeah, I mean, typically the healing process of the body, it takes, you know, 4 or 5 weeks really for remodeling to occur. So, you know, the first few days is just inflammation, and then you've kind of got all your cells coming in and doing their repair. And then after, 4 to 5 weeks, things start to cool down, and then you can retreat.
How often should you get this treatment, or like what kind of series? Because I know with chemical peels you should get like a series of 3. Is this a certain series you should get with it?
Right. So, you know, it depends what you're trying to treat. You know, I think for just general skin rejuvenation, I think probably every 4 weeks, and you should do it 3 to 4 treatments. Now, if you've got acne scarring, which is a real problem, then you need to be a little bit more aggressive.
And scarring meaning like meaning indents in the skin, right?
Right.
Is that what we're talking about?
Right,
So dark
right.
spots and like scarring, when I say those, they're not the same thing. So like dark spots is the hyperpigmentation, like the discoloring of the skin is what I mean. And then scarring is like the actual, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of contour irregularities in the skin. I mean, people who know they have acne scarring,
they know what it
they
is.
have acne scarring.
You know what it is.
So yeah, for people with acne scarring, because that's, you know, the problem is scarring deep in the deep dermis, you have to be more aggressive with those treatments. So those people, you know, first of all, with microneedling, I would use more aggressive settings. I would probably go a little bit deeper with the needles and maybe do an extra pass or 2 with the needles. But also, they're going to need more 6 treatments instead of say 4 to really see effects.
Yeah.
So aftercare, you know, your skin's going to be dry. It's going to be itchy, so you're going to need to make sure that you have a good moisturizer, a good occlusive moisturizer, and you know, we just throw one along with it. But definitely, at least for the next week, you need a good moisturizer. And as always with anything, you know, sunscreen, hat. You know, otherwise you're wasting your time and you're wasting your money.
Okay, sounds good. Now I can like wash my face. Go about life as regular.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I mean, unless, you know, well, it depends what product.
Yeah,
like, you know, as long as you use
no
like a mild soap.
Yeah.
You don't want to use chemical soaps, and if you've got sensitive skin, you need to be extra careful. But yeah, you can wash your face; it's fine.
Okay. So this is how my face is looking about 2 hours after the microneedling session. when I looked in the mirror, my face looks really tight. My face feels really tight. I don't feel like I'm in pain or anything. It just feels like my face is super tight, and it's like, it's kind of hard to explain, but it doesn't hurt. It just feels a little uncomfortable and tight. It feels like I have like a glue mask or something on my face. So I can see that my face is really super red right here in these areas and all over. Like my forehead's really shiny, and all over just feels really, really tight. But right now it just feels really tight, and I still have that crust all around my face from the PRP. But you know, I'm gonna do what I have to do and wash my face later on tonight when I get in the shower. So it's almost 11 o'clock, same day that I got the micro needling done. And this is how my face is looking. It's still really red in this area right here. My forehead is really red. My forehead is really tight. My entire face still feels like I have a mask on. And this is what it's looking like. You can see a lot of my pores right here, which usually isn't there, but all of that scarring. Hopefully this helps with that. But my face feels really, really super tight. So this is me fresh out of the shower, and I am applying this Skin Sensuals epidermal cream. When I tell you this cream is definitely worth it, like it is expensive, right? But after you get a treatment, you need something to, especially a microneedling treatment, you need something to help repair like your skin barrier. And this cream is really thick. It didn't break me out or anything like that, but it just helped my face retain the moisture that it needed, and it actually did help moisturize my face as well, and it made my face feel good. So if you are getting microneedling done, I highly suggest getting this product. I love SkinCeuticals to begin with, but this product is fire. So today is day 2, and this is how my face is looking. It's starting to look a little scabby in some areas. I still have like blood in this area. It still feels kind of tender, and my face feels kind of tight still. But this is how my face is looking. These look like they got darker to me. My lips are crusty, don't mind that. But all in here looks really red, and it's starting to get like scabby. So yeah. So this is day 3, and this is how my face looked practically all day. Let me go towards the light, hold on. The redness has gone down a lot. I feel like my dark spots has gotten darker. And I got a little pimple right there. It's a whitehead. That is white. But yeah. I just feel like everything looks so much darker than it did before. So hopefully that means it's gonna lighten up soon. But yeah. That's my face. So this is day 4, I think. I'm peeling a little bit down here. My face is still a lot darker than it was. My face is still a little flushed, and I am peeling a little bit around my mouth, which I didn't really think I was gonna do. But on to day 5. Yeah, this is how my face is looking. I feel like my dark spots have gotten lighter. I don't know if you guys can tell. Like I feel like my forehead, the dark spots have gotten lighter, and right here in this area and everywhere really. But yeah, I feel like my skin looks really good. It's very smooth. Like my skin is really, really smooth. I'm liking the results so far, and it's only been 4 days. And I know it takes like a total of a month to 2 months to see the full results. But yeah, I'm really liking the results right now. And I am peeling a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me see if you can tell. Zoom in a little bit. So my skin is shedding a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. And that's not moisturizer or anything, because I've only been washing my face once a day. See, it's kind of shedding a little. Okay, so now we have the results. So this is my face right before the PRP facial, and then this picture To the right is 30 days after getting the PRP facial. I feel like with PRP, your results get better over time, and I loved the PRP facial. So that was my skin right after the PRP, getting it done, and this was 30 days after getting the PRP done. I feel like my skin looks a lot more glowy, and my dark spots have gotten a lot lighter. So here's the before the chemical peel photo versus the after peel and PRP photo. So this is about 2 months time, but you can tell like the texture of my face completely changed and my dark spots are disappearing. So I love this treatment. I hope you guys found this video interesting, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.